That's the energy we got. Let's do it, baby!
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Last Stand, episode 4. They're ready to go. They're so ready to go. I am your game master, Crystal, the co-founder of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. We don't just do really fun TTRPGs. We make amazing audio dramas, so go and check us out, talesoftheforgotten.com. Our players are in some shenanigans, as they have been for the last 3 episodes. I can't believe we're already on episode 4. There's only a couple episodes left. We are rapidly approaching the end of this very fun. It's so sad. Rapidly approaching the end of this really, really short, fun campaign. So we'll see if the original crew makes it all the way to the end. Okay, Matt from Mortalverse has finally been able to join us, so this is really only his second session. We've got Torin back. Shout out to the other Matt who couldn't join us today. Much love. We hope Tommy can come back soon. But I mean, guys, I'm spoiler alert. As soon as Tommy comes back, Tommy's gonna have to make a death roll. It's fine though. Listen. Everybody else has had to make some death rolls, so it's Tommy's turn. Okay, it's Tommy's turn. But let's start this off by introducing all of our players so they can tell you a little bit about who they are, where they're from, so you can follow them because they were amazing. And we'll start with you, Matt Dawson. Go, and then pass the baton.
Yeah, hi, I'm Matt Dawson. I'm the creative head over at Mortalverse Audio Dramas, where we make audio dramas based off DC superheroes, and it's all fun, and I do silly voices sometimes too. Hand it off to Adam.
Why, hello, everybody. I'm Adam Kornman. I'm a writer, director, producer, voice actor, and you can find me on the socials at Officer Mancorn, where I talk about weird things, queer pirate musicals, and all sorts of fun things. I'm going to drop this one down to Tiani.
Hey there, I'm Tiani, voice actor. I've worked with both Mortalverse and Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. And you guys should listen to our audio dramas. They're amazing. And I'm handing it off to Torin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. I'm a digital artist and voice actor who does honestly everything except find free time. So the best place to find me is Twitch at Torin Talks Creativity, where I play games, do art, and generally just try to learn life because millennial. Woo! Anyway, I will pass it off to Alex.
I'm Alex. I'm a writer, artist, goofball, DM. I had something thought out, but now it is gone.
All the time.
Yeah. So far I've made my death rolls. I've been shot a bunch of times, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah. So let's recap. So we do have a couple of injuries, right? Poor Martin got shot, but a nice old couple came over and at least stopped the bleeding. Okay, apparently it was like an in and out. All right. Poor Paul got shot again. But he doesn't have a hole in his leg this time. It was just like a little fleshy wound, so he's dealing with that. So where we left our kind of group here, they were in this underground market. They had this objective where they needed to steal this key card because they've got to get into the Mastodon lab, and this guy has the key card. And they attempted to steal it. They were successful in their theft, but they are currently being approached by 2 police officers who want to know what's going on. And I know you want to know what's happening with that, but let's go to Beth first. Because when we last saw Beth was in an alley. You know, Mommy Lilith just came down and bestowed upon them the gift of free abilities. And Beth has a little bit of angel righteous rage coursing through her blood right now because her and Anais and Paul really like took it to an Anunnaki. So that was really fucking awesome. So Anais, you know, you were standing there in the alley, and not Anais, Beth, you were standing there in the alley and you were, you know, getting ready to figure out what you guys' next move were. And then all of a sudden, you see like this faint pink light just encircle you. And you maybe hear the faint voice of a guy that you don't know. And you may even see him in passing because it feels like you're being lifted up somewhere. And you kind of, it's almost like if 2 glass elevators, right, passing each other. It kind of feels like that, where somebody else is coming in your place and you're just being lifted. And you find yourself in a blink of an eye in this office building. You are in the lobby of an office building, but everything looks really weird. It's almost like, you know how sometimes, like in a horror movie, if you have the perspective of a ghost or somebody who's like stuck in like a different dimension, things are like grayscale or like the coloring is off. You see all of that. And you see in this office building that there's a couple of security guards in the front, and they have their back to you. So it's kind of like there's a security desk and those two guys, but they're not looking at the front door. They have their backs to you for whatever reason. They're staring at something you're not sure. Outside, you can still hear the chaos. And in fact, here it's even worse. There's a lot of gunfire. There's still a lot of screaming. All your senses are working fine. You can smell the smoke, the blood, all that kind of stuff. What do you do next?
I think the first thing that she's just like, I like just starting deep breathe, and she's like, "Oh no, okay, all right, look around. Are any of my new compatriots with me?"
No, you are alone.
Oh my, okay, and like, do they like? She's trying to be quiet as much as she is also panicking. Do the guards like? Do they turn around at her like deep breathing, or my friends with me? Because she said it out loud.
They are eerily still.
She just starts patting herself like, Angel, what happened? Am I still breathing? Do I have a pulse? Literally, she have a pulse. That's what she's like, I don't know how to do this. And they put like two fingers. Yeah.
Like you're breathing, like if you check your neck or whatever, you've got a heartbeat, like you're not dead.
Okay. And I think she kind of goes still and like looks around, just starts really slowly, like kind of testing, like when she like heel toe walking in silence a little bit and just, is this my vision quest? Is this how I become a hero? I knew it once I found Camilla that everything was fine. And she's gonna start walking around just to see what is different. So like I'm assuming like in her brain she sees all the grayscale and like nothing is interacting with her. So like is this a vision, or can I find something that's real and like has color of the world,
Sure. So as you walk across this floor, Beth, your footsteps do not echo. You don't hear the sound of your steps. You can hear the sound out. You're not deaf. You can hear the sound outside, but it's just like you're not making any sound. And so
if she was any less freaked out, she'd be so impressed.
I know,
anyway,
right?
Keep going.
Right. So this is a very like typical kind of corporate lobby, right? There's a couple of chairs on the wall. There's some stupid pictures, There's that front desk. As you kind of walk around, you can see that beyond the front desk, there are two sets of elevators. And these two, they look like security guards just from the back. They have kind of like that typical uniform on. But they're still two of them staring. And it's like the wall they're staring at doesn't make a lot of sense to you because it's not like there's any information there. It's like the usual, like, if the elevator, your power goes out, elevator shit, all that, those warnings, that's really what's on the wall. So, but that's it. And there's nobody else in this lobby with you.
Yeah, I think Beth will be walking more towards like the elevators here, but I think when she walks beside the security guards, she kind of just, that slow like lean over the counter, just like just to see what they're looking at, like, and like looking at the wall and like, darlings, I don't think it takes that long to read some like SOPs, and like we'll look at their faces. Are they missing a face? You're really scary weird about them. Are they mannequins?
So, Beth, when you look at these two guards, you kind of lean over, you'd like touch the counter, and that feels weird too. Like, I don't even really, like, we know that, we know how things feel when we touch it, and you see that your hands are, but you don't really feel it. It's odd. It's like, that your hands are on this. And it's like you get like the faintest sensation, almost like when your leg is like that weird numb. and you're just poking it, like it's that weird sensation when you're touching this counter. And as you peek and you look at these two security guards, their eyes are completely black. Their facial expressions are just serious, and they're just standing there like they're waiting for something.
Remembering the last time she encountered people like that. What weapon did I have? No, I'm kidding. Like, if they're not reacting to her, number one, she's not saying another word to them. Number two, just very slowly but quickly but firmly getting off the counter, because I imagine her legs were kicking because she's so short, and just like immediately look for an escape route. Like, were there doors versus the elevator? Are there stairs? Like, she's just gonna go into Last of Us when you have to sneak around and not make any noises, kind of like that.
Sure. So there's front doors that will take you outside of the building, and then there's those two elevators, and then there's also an emergency stairwell exit in the building. So you have options.
Okay. Last question before she decides. Is there a name of this building? Because she knows she's supposed to be looking for some kind of medical building next.
Yeah. So this isn't a mastodon building.
Okay.
She doesn't see that. But she will see that this is a building that it's one of the corporate offices of the One World government.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. My sound just did something.
No, you're fine.
Apology. 1 moment.
Death roll right now. I'm kidding. It's okay. Can you hear? We can't hear you. One minute. Oh, now I can hear you.
Can we try that?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Oh. All right, I fixed it. Okay, one more time. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. So there is a front door exit. There is the two elevators and the stairwell exit, and then you do see a sign, big sign that says that lets you know that this is one of the corporate offices of the One World government.
Okay. And she like, I think she wants to be quiet, and that's what's coming out of her mouth. Like, okay, all right, well, Angel, why did you bring me here? I'll admit she is scared to go in that emergency exit. She knows what happens the last time she went into a bunch of concrete four walls and a train greeted her through it. Maybe I was brought here for a reason, though. Oh, Beth, we can do this. You killed an alien, and God, and an angel give you stuff. You got this. And I think she kind of does that thing where she hits her stomach. Like people normally hit their chest to kind of make themselves brave. She hits her stomach and, all right, let's go. And she's going to go for the emergency exit stairs.
So, Beth, you
and poop her pants.
Yeah, absolutely. Understood. Yeah. So it's kind of fun, Beth. So you go like any normal person would to reach for it, but you feel odd in that moment, like this weird tingling sensation. You see that pink light again, and you kind of phase through the door. And now you're in the stairwell.
This is really cool, but also, oh my God. Am I sure I'm not dead? It's fine. No, Trent, we got this. I can't fly, right? I think she just does a little test jump. Can she suspend in the air at all? Or is gravity still a thing? Look, this is normal people reactions, not hero shit.
No, I love this. So this is a hilarious thing that, Beth, when you do that little jump, right, to see if you can fly.
Yeah, little test jump.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like something took this as a different instruction. And now you feel yourself shooting upwards. And you are it's fast. You are going past all these floors, past, high. And now you're just watching all these numbers just climb. And then you land at the very top of this skyscraper. You're on the, You're on like the 100th floor.
You know, most people would probably be like superhero pose. Beth is screaming her mouth out, like just her entire, like I don't even know if sound is coming out anymore. It definitely started with sound, even though she was trying to be quiet. Just, like full on Toad scream, and the air is gone. She can't scream anymore. I'm like, when she lays again, just this little scream that just erupts. Actually, so why are we doing this? Look around. Do I see anything? Do I see anybody?
So you land on the stairwell landing for the and you see this sign that says kind of like rooftop garden or whatever, and as
it's a guard.
Yeah, as you see,
Sorry,
I love it. But you realize you're at the very top, and as you kind of you're done like screaming and you look around, you can hear the marching of footsteps, and you see, and if you were just peek over the railing, you see probably from like 10 floors down, there's like this squad of Tiani will be back. This cameras will look weird for a second. You see this squad of they're in like official one world government soldier fatigues, and their eyes are all black, and they are not acting like the people you saw on the street. They are in tight formation.
Oh hell no!
And they are marching up the staircase, and as you do that, the door kind of behind you that was on this level slides open, and you see another gentleman there, and his eyes are also black, and he is fully equipped. And if you were to peek around him, you see that there appears to be a group of gentlemen around something.
Like a cult something, or like we're having a business meeting to like plan something. Like what's the intent here?
It's kind of one of those where like you're peeking through an open door and you can see people, and like between their legs you see it looks like some kind of large black case they're all standing around.
Okay, well, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, okay, so fun story, Jim. For the ability that I would like for Beth to have, it's called Cloak of Opportunity. And to describe this, you set small objects from the environment, rocks, broken items, clumps of dirt, and so on, swirling about you for 10 minutes so you get armor +2. Just beefs you up and, hopefully not hit me.
I'm gonna
endowed with. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna help you out and say that in Beth's current form, she will not need that. You might need it later, but as of right now, you don't need it.
Well, it'll help her unfortunate thought that she is endowed with angelic abilities. Because here's the scenario, right? Beth, she's just a short woman who's just making it in the world. Her whole life got turned upside down. She thought she knew things, and she was like, "I got this. I'll take care of everybody." And now, like 10 people are up here with her. And there's like 10 more coming.
Here's the good news. As that guy opens up that door, he should be able to see you. You're standing
right
there. He doesn't look at you. He opens this door.
Shit, I was going to hit him. Okay.
Maybe I should have led with that. I forget it's y'all. I'm sorry. That's on me.
Run, hide, fight. We are trying to run. I can't hide.
That's my fault. He opens this door and he doesn't even acknowledge you. It's like he's waiting for those people coming up the stairs to arrive. Like he doesn't even.
Yeah. That's good. It's okay.
Like, I'm ready to throw hands.
I run my own business. Anyway, okay. So that was the panic cycle. Okay. I think she even kind of like gets ready. You know what I mean? Like the hands are kind of up. They're not like up like this, but they're up. And see if he reacts, because she's kind of like juking a little bit.
She's like that. What's up?
And if he doesn't,
doing that? Yeah.
It's up. Come on. All right, I'm big. I can do this. Don't do. He's not looking at me. Okay. Okay. So I think what she's gonna do is like I'm assuming it's kind of like that small little entryway on a ceiling or on the roof kind of thing where it's, just a little like cutout. She's going to put her back to one side where she hopes it's not just a free fall and the actual roof, and kind of like try to phase through it because she wants to go look at that black box.
Yeah.
And what they're doing over there. So yeah, she's just kind of like don't get me wrong, she's still good, but I figure we don't need to listen to that.
That's really fair. And once again, you see that pink light and you feel that weird tingly feeling, and now you're outside. You're on this rooftop. It was like this beautiful place with like benches, those little telescopes, so you could like have this beautiful view of the city. It's a little windy, nice little overhang, little fucking pond shit, koi fish, all that stuff, right? And it has kind of been, the whole vibe has kind of been ruined. Not just because, if you look up at the sky, you see fucking alien spaceships and angels and all that shit. But there is at least like 20 soldiers up here. And they all have the black eyes. They are all to a T, like dressed, ready, rigid, unnaturally rigid. Like they are not human anymore. And you see that there appears to be 4 of them standing around this box. And one of the 4 is kneeling. And you hear the little beep, 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 beep. Like somebody is typing in something.
Is there any way I can quickly see the numbers?
Yeah, so
Beth is like,
Beth is like going to just get closer to this thing?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Someone said she was smart.
Yeah. So,
like if she's empowered by no one can see her, she's doing dumb shit.
I love that. So just for my own amusement, tell me how close to this guy she gets. Like, is she like Newt in that scene in Aliens where she's like jumping, or is she just like, I'm literally just gonna kind of just between the 2 shoulders that I can see through, just be right here?
Yeah, unfortunately, my mental image is more like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, and she's kind of going, hey, and like, so she's not going to touch them. The theme song is helping, okay? Anyway, and so she's going to just kind of like look over the shoulder of the guy kneeling down, is the hope, and be like within, let's say, I'm going to say like 2 feet because I can't personally see from 5 feet away.
Sure.
It's why I have glasses. So I'm going to assume Beth is very similar. Just kind of like looking over without touching anyone. Yeah.
So Beth looks over, and this case is unmarked, but she will see that he is done typing,
good.
And she will see that there's one of those little LED screens, and it says armed. And after the armed, now there is a timer.
What happens to be that time?
It is 60 minutes.
But nothing terrible long in an hour. It's fine. Okay. This can only be good, right? I think she said something about loud, like, it can only be good. I mean, got a black eyes and an armed case, and so yeah.
As you say, this can only be good.
Oh fuck!
All 4 of those soldiers jerk, and now they're staring at you. Like the guy who was kneeling does one of these, and they just stare at you. And then your vision kind of fades out. I feel so bad for Beth right now. Your vision fades out.
Okay.
And then it fades back in.
I can't put a black cloth over my eyes and just go rigid. What's the plan? Sorry. I'm listening.
Do you have a black cloth in your pocket? Now I'm just curious.
No! It's the black glasses. It's the black cloth. Sorry, I didn't mean to tickle all that bad.
I love it. You kind of like, it's that, that awesome cinematic effect where a character is kind of like, woo, and now you're on this battlefield and you see it. You've seen it before and you see it again. This giant translucent monstrosity, and that has all these fucking tentacles and is gigantic, and all these people are fighting for their lives, and like no fucks given, like fighting it. And you also like might just be like, yeah, fuck, let's get him, like get that, angel vibe. But you feel yourself being pulled closer to this thing. And the closer you get, the more that you can see its body appears to be made up of, like, every now and then it looks like a face presses against it, and that face is screaming. And
it ate people. Sorry, I remember that from the first time I saw it.
Yeah. And Beth, it kind of almost like brings you right up to its face, and it's like looking deep in your soul, and you feel terrible. Like, this is the most, you will never be clean again, it feels like. And it just tells you no.
The tentacle monster told her no? How stupid is Beth? Like, no, I can leave. I'll leave. Just kidding. If she gets closer, she's gonna be like, "Save me!" Angel said yes. And is it possible for Beth to either leave and or lash out? Like, can she move? Essentially,
you kind of feel like you could try to do something if you wanted.
Okay. I think what she's going to do is try to jet launch herself down. I'm assuming we're still kind of up high on the ceiling type of thing, on the roof.
She's high. She's like up in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. And just like, basically, like when you're trying to swim down in water, you kind of like push up.
Yeah.
It didn't take that much effort last time, but I think she's freaked out. So she's going, yeah. It's way too fast. Get herself down in a way at way too probable fast speed. She's probably gonna die. All right, anyway. Also, she does in fact make that noise.
I love everything about that.
Yeah, it's Southern as all get out.
It's so great. Beth,
thank you.
You do this amazing motion here, and at first, like, it doesn't really work, right? You actually feel yourself just it's like being caught in a rip current almost. You're like getting closer to this fucking thing, to the point that you're like, oh God, am I about to be absorbed by this fucking...
All 4 limbs are now activated.
Like, right. I'm gonna need somebody to draw art of Beth making this motion, please. Thank you, everyone. And right
Elegant.
as you
Grace.
get so like closer than you ever want to get to this thing, you happen to also glance to your right, and you see that there are 2 people that have been caught up in this thing's tentacles. Right, they're kind of stuck, and you see that there's this giant dragonborn trying to get a tentacle off of this dude, and this dude has his teeth in the tentacle. And you remember earlier about how you guys like had that in your mouth and you were like, what the fuck? That's his fault. That's his fault. And you kind of see that's legit. And you hear this voice. Vix was laughing so hard right now. And you hear this voice in your ear, and it says, hurry them along, dear. You don't have much time left. And as you're making all these motions, you feel yourself all of a sudden being yeeted. Like, you are just like, it's like worse than what happened before. And you're not sure if you're crashing through walls or phasing through walls, but it's like numb pain, numb pain, numb pain. You hit something and you pass out.
Okay. And last flavor bit, the screaming's back. But also, thank you, Angels mixed in there somewhere.
Right?
Not when she gets hit, but in the numb part.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Back at the ranch.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Back at the ranch, very heisty super professionals, are stuck in this underground market, and there's a guy going, please stop. Why? What's going, get your freaking hands off me. Stop touching me. He's being kind of manhandled by a firefighter. He's got ramen all over his pants, and 2 police officers, man and woman, have walked over, and the guy goes, hey, come on, what's going on here, you guys?
I was just having a conversation with this guy, and then this person spilled soup on him. It's just a big old misunderstanding.
And he's like, ma'am, he touched me, and I just had to punch him. I couldn't just let it slide. How could you touch me inappropriately? And she's shifty-eyed, looking around like, yeah, this will fly, yeah. So ridiculous. I feel so violated.
Martin's already kind of faded to the
Mhm.
background.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of gotten the key card and just kind of left the other guys to deal with this situation.
Everything's gonna look weird for like 2 seconds while I turn up my mic a little bit, because of course, you know how Windows just turns your microphone down. Everybody love that. Isn't that just cool?
You mean you don't like the 4 different settings where mic audio is? Because that makes sense. Thanks, operating system and software and software and software.
I know, right? It's so great. All right. Anyway, all right. Camera's back. Let's go. Okay. So, this guy looks at freaking NIEs and he's like, the fuck are you talking about? I didn't touch you. These guys, you know what, officer? I just want them to stop. Just get off. He's like, brush it off. I just want these people to leave me alone so I can have my ramen. Okay? I just saw 5 of my friends die. I just want my fucking ramen. Okay? I'm just trying to eat. I just want to be. There's aliens and shit outside, man. Fuck. He's having like a
At the end of that, there's a really meek voice as Paul has sat back down and says, I'm just trying to eat too. Those are good noodles. No, I don't have any.
'Cause you spilled them on me, dude! God, now my socks are wet!
Officer, it seems like he's been through a lot. I'm willing to let it go. And she like,
no, this is reverse sexism. This is some bullshit right here. That's what this is. The cops
never mind. He's not repentant. Take him away.
Dante has
terrible.
reached into one of his pockets and pulled out this tiny silver square. And as he unfolds it, it's one of those foil blankets that you put around people after an accident. And he's just gently laying it on the shoulders of this poor Madison on guard. Because he doesn't know what this thing's for, but he knows you put it on people when they've had a bad day.
He just like takes it, and meanwhile the cops are just looking at each other like, are you fucking kidding me right now? They're just like, what the fuck? And so they're like, listen, how about this is a really big underground market, okay? So how about you nice people, all of you go this way. Ma'am, do you want to file a complaint? Like, did he really, like, are we serious, right? Like, did he, because if he hurt you, we gotta do something about it. So did he hurt you?
I mean, maybe I'm hurt emotionally, but you know what? Considering all the circumstances and everything I've seen today, I'm willing to let it go. Bye. And she goes to join. Gets the hell out of there.
Sir, you're gonna come on. Like, let's get you. Can we get this guy some more ramen, please? Let's just come on, sir. Let's just go get some ramen. They just kind of like one cop takes the guy over to get some more ramen. The other officer is just looking at all of you like, come on, people, let's just disperse. Let's keep it nice down here, okay? We're trying to wait for help to arrive. Let's everybody just stay calm, okay?
Oh, yeah, he gets more noodles, and Paul just kind of starts walking off.
Sir, I'm sorry. Would you like us to get you some more? Everything's kind of cheap down here right now, sir. Do you need more?
No, that's fine. This is like my favorite place down here, but the vibe's kind of dead now. And
maybe don't use that word. Come on, guy. Maybe don't use that, bro. You hear somebody start crying as soon as you say the vibe's dead down here. Like there's sobs. Like, dude, maybe don't.
Okay, I won't say vibe.
I'm just just shakes his head. Okay. Yeah. You know what, sir? If you need anything, you just let us know. Okay. Okay. I'm Officer Riley. Okay. It's Officer Stanton. All right. You just let us know if you need anything. Okay. We'll be over here. Thank you, good people. All right. No, lady, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. There's reincarnation. We heard. It's okay. So, like, as you guys disperse, some people are looking at you oddly. Some people are now crying. But you know, it's okay. You know, the Mastodon guy is like flat out sobbing into this blanket that Dante has wrapped around him, and standing in line with the cop, and the cop is like patting his back, like yeah, just get it all out, buddy. And he's just talking about his trauma.
I think Dante
Like we're all
just looks
slowly
for
meeting each other up.
yeah,
You know.
just kind of like guiding us into like the darkest or emptiest area that we can find.
Sure, yeah, there's Mark is big enough. Yeah, you'll find like a little section that's like not a lot of people. Yeah.
And Dante looks a little bummed out, just like, I mean, I could have gone better. I didn't get to have any soup.
Did anyone get the actual card? Did anyone snatch it? Hello.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing over there.
Martin holds up the card and he's like, "The fuck did I say about subtlety? I wasn't even supposed to be part of this plan."
Oh, we were supposed to order tea?
That was as subtle as we were going to get. That was actually, you know what? I will say, good job, team. That was, wow.
Yeah, you know,
I'm shocked.
we work pretty well together. Kill a demon, take a single card off of a guy who's not paying attention. I think we can do anything.
That part was impressive. You guys, you came together at the end, I guess.
All right, so we get this card. Now, where's the door it goes to, and we can start saving the world.
You know, follow me. I think I know. I should know. I've looked at the blueprints. I know. Okay, just follow me. I can guess there.
As we're walking through the market, is there anything there that we can like barter for or trade for, that like tools or rope, anything that we might not have that could feel adventure centered?
Yeah. So this underground market, it's fantastic. It's not just, you know, a beautiful fusion of food. There's all kinds of booths and vendors there. And people seem to be, like, under the circumstances, really willing to like trade, or if you really need something to give it away. Dante, you will find that people are more than happy to help a firefighter out if a firefighter needs something. While Dante's pondering, Matt, why don't you give me an intellect roll to see how well you remember where this door is?
Alrighty, I can do that.
Yeah, you're walking around, and as you navigate this, you're feeling real confident. Might be a little pep in your step. You know, before you were on the street screaming, and Anais wasn't sure about your value on this team. But as you navigate this, you're like, nah, I know where the fuck I'm going. And you're heading in that direction, because you can see that after we pass that booth, make a right at Albuquerque, there's going to be a door at the end of this hallway.
Yeah, so Martin's going to walk up to the door with the key card, and he's going to look back at everyone. He's like, okay, once we go through here, I just want to warn you guys, we might see some shit that you're never going to be able to scrub out of your brain. From what I've heard, this is the things that humanity is capable of. I'm just so nervous I'm stuttering just even thinking about the horrors we're about to witness. It's all behind this door. So if you're going to back out, go get some ramen. This is your last chance.
Pause. I know you're not trying to speech us. We have been out there running around, killing aliens, getting shot at, being sexually harassed by tentacle monsters that just caressed our soul. I don't want to hear that from you. Thank you for the door, but
Yet here I am with the key card.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just saying, man. Anais has a point. We were tasting, demon taint earlier today. This is nothing for us.
Can you actually like jot that down for me? I want to make a YouTube video about that after this is all done.
And we're all dead. Okay, great. Yeah, great. Oh, good plan. Good plan. Wow. So amazing. Enough of your thanks, though.
I think Dante would be looking if he could find, because he's got his coat on, if he could find a firefighter hat, and he's got like his little good axe, but he's looking for a proper firefighter axe. This is the closest he's ever come to actually going out on a call. And so he feels like he needs to be properly decked out. That's not thinking about anything else that might be useful. He's just like, when you go out on a call, you have to look the part.
So
if any of those things he gets have stats that could help him, great. That's not what he cares about.
Yeah. That's amazing. So hilariously, maybe not hilariously. Let me temper this.
A lot of first responders have died, and therefore their clothes are available. Yeah.
There is actually a table, and on this table, there are the hats of some police officers and firefighters and their badges. And it is clear that this table is a type of memorial. And in the bin underneath this table might be some of the gear that was pulled off of these people who have died. So you might be able to find a fire axe or, cops' weapons, that sort of thing. There is a police officer standing there just to make sure nobody grabs like the guns and there's like a problem down here. But there is kind of this, as you walked with Martin towards this door before you get there is this memorial table. There's some food. So if anybody wants to, grab a drink or a snack, you can do all those things on your way in.
Just a to our fallen heroes memorial.
Yeah.
Dante walks up. Do I recognize any of the badge numbers or any of these from my house?
If you want to. That's up to you.
I'd like to let the dice decide.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna roll a dice, and if I can make it happen, can I get it? Sometimes this thing likes to work for me.
I think there might.
There we go.
There you go. Awesome.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that just beats. All right. As Dante kind of leans down and he's looking at this, and I think there's a part of him that does understand the reverence he needs to have in this moment. He notices a couple numbers from his house, and it's the guy who kind of razzed him a little bit for not coiling the hoses right. It's the other guy who when the other people were calling him Proby, well into his 5th year as a firefighter. This is the guy who's like, hey, man, don't worry about it. It's all going to work out in the end. I was a Proby for 4 months. You're taking a little longer, but don't worry. But then there's a hat that he recognizes that just stops him in his tracks. And it's this big, beautiful red helmet with the number 1 on it. And it's his fire captain. And there's maybe a little dent in the side where whatever kind of like took this guy out left its marks, scratches and mars, but also the markings and abrasions of decades of fires put out that didn't kill him, that this captain was able to fight through. And Dante takes this hat and feels almost a sense of power and weight and gravity in his hands. And he looks at the cop that's kind of standing guard. I know what I got to do for this guy. We're going to come out of this all right. Blue and red. We got this. And he's going to put the hat on, and there's probably some stuff inside that's going to drip down his head, but it's fine. That's what his captain would have wanted. And then he's gonna take out a little piece of paper and he's gonna write down an IOU. But unfortunately, he writes it as IUO, and he sticks it into the shrine.
Yeah, the cop sees that he's a fighter and just like gives him a somber. Yep.
And I think if there is an axe, just like someone's buried an axe into the table as like a marker of firefighters were here.
Yeah.
He's going to do kind of an Excalibur thing, ripping it out and then gently laying his smaller axe on top. Now I'm ready. And he's gonna, feeling somewhat prouder about who he is and what he's about to accomplish, he's gonna join his group.
And Ais is gonna see him put his smaller axe down and be like, "Oh no, no, we need that," and go back and take it and be like, "Thanks, no, no."
Yeah, his new axe is one of those. It's a full-bodied, gigantic red axe. It looks like a battle axe. That's this maybe again. We don't need these anymore. Opening doors, there's like little things you put on, and it just opens the door.
Sure.
But some firefighters like to carry an axe because it just feels great.
Yeah, absolutely. So while all this is going on, Martin, you gave that really nice speech. You're standing in front of the door, and you hear the faint sounds of a southern type scream and a crash on the other side of that door.
Okay.
Like, it's really fake. Like the scream is kind of like, but the crash is a little bit louder. So after you just gave the speech warning everybody about they don't know what horrors will be on the other side of this door, the first thing you hear is a scream and a crash.
He's gonna look directly at Anais and just give her like an "I told you so" look, and then just be like, "Last chance. There's shit going down in there already."
Oh my God, just open the door. Oh, wow.
Dante, could you go back and get me like a taser or something? I am unarmed. And I literally am unarmed. I'm in a cast. It's a whole
That's
box
like
of
having
weapons.
that's like having a baseball bat on your hand.
No, what? You guys just protect me. I'm the only way you guys get through this. I know the ins and outs of this building. So just protect me. We'll be good. I'm going to open the store now. And he goes to punch in the key card.
Oh, you guys are great. Let's just activate a new scene here and just pull you all to it. So this is just getting a little ping just visuals, because visuals are fun. That's the door that you guys open, and the very satisfying little beep, and the door slides open, and it's a little dark inside. Power seems to be flickering a little bit, so those are creepy ass like emergency red lights that don't do anything but make shit more scary. Kind of going on in this warehouse, and you don't hear anything. Right now, it's pretty quiet.
Where was that scream coming from? It sounded like it was close.
Is this the kind of place that has, like trapdoors and spikes and stuff?
More like laser grid. You touch it, you lose a hand type of deal. That's the vibe I was getting.
Dante looks down at his hands fearfully.
Are you fearless speech-giving leader? Please go right ahead. Tell me the horrors. Thanks.
I have no weapon. I would like to just remind everyone. I am defenseless. I am borderline cripple at this point. I do not think I'm the best person to be leading.
Don't worry, Martin. We got you back. And just grabbing Paul by the shoulder and just kind of making him on the left and Dante's on the right of Martin as we walk towards. Like we're his entourage.
So the alertness is off the charts right now as this weary bunch is tiptoeing their way through this red lit scary building.
So as you kind of tiptoe around this initial, just debris that's in your way, and you come around the corner, you think you see a body on the ground, it looks like it's around, like some stuff got knocked over or whatever, and you see like a body amongst some random boxes and shit.
Oh, I've seen this movie. That's not dead.
Don't worry, I know RPC.
What?
That thing where you repeatedly punch a corpse. RPC. And then it comes back to life. It's Dante. Dante knows what he's doing. He's gonna walk over to the corpse to check it and do some RPC if he needs.
That's Beth. It looks like Beth.
What? Wait a minute. When did we last see Beth? And how did? And pointing at Martin, but you did. And then she, kneeling down. Hey, Beth, are you a demon? Just gently shaking my head.
You are slowly coming true to being shaked.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Dante. Immediately start swinging. I just, yep. Start swinging out. I'm so sorry.
Paul isn't over there. He doesn't know it's Beth. So he says, I told you it wasn't dead. Dante, you gotta get it.
Oh, no. This is CPR. This is corpse punching responder.
Nice is gonna squint over and be like, and she's immediately gonna get excited because she still has Beth's croissants in her bag. So this is her time to repay the favor of being, force-fed dry muffin. So she pulls out the croissant like, yes, I'll help. And she like throws it over. Like, Dante, feed it to her.
Dante takes the croissant and just crumbles it in his hand so that it rains down like Salt Bay onto Beth's face. It's okay. It's okay. It's us. It's your friends. We killed a demon together. Just getting punched in the chest and face when he's doing this. It's okay. It's all right. Let it out. Get the dead out of you so that you're alive again.
I think Beth, because she just got woken up after being thrown through probably buildings, and all freaked out. But I think the voice, the accent, and then the smell of flaky croissants will probably calm her down a little bit and just and like the windmill. I'm imagining it's basically just a windmill. It doesn't hurt. It's just a bunch of slaps, And just wait, Dante, and like pats your face.
Yeah, we didn't die. We've been alive this whole time. We thought you was dead.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I was alive, but I saw some weird shit. That tentacle monster horribleness that tasted really bad, and it was really creepy, and it was eating people. And I think she's talking a little too fast, like she has done in the past when she panics. Just, I saw it again. It tried to eat me. I didn't like it, and I just started yelling about angels and swimming.
All of this makes sense, or at least as much sense as what's been going on.
I'm gonna look over and be like, I told you, we've seen horrors. What, you were sitting here talking so much, and look at you. Have you seen the tentacle monster? No. Okay. Anyways, and she like focused on Beth.
Yeah, Dante will help Beth to her feet.
Sorry, not Gianni. And I also saw another angel named Gianni. Anyway, all right. She looked like Anna. And we'll literally use Dante to stand up.
Okay, all right.
Skull, and they just kind of start patting like, thanks, Dante. Thanks. Literally just grabs her.
Awkward pat. Okay.
Literally pick up too. She's probably much shorter than you, but that auntie hug you can't get out of. It cracks your back a little bit. I didn't know where y'all were. I was in a building. I went and grabs your shoulder. I went through a building.
Like, okay.
Many of them, you know.
I mean, we're going through a building right now.
No, Dante. I went through the walls. I was swimming in air, and like I saw a bunch of people, all their eyes. You know, scary people that tried to like steal her soul, and like their eyes were all black.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. There were a lot of them.
Like eating
Some
things?
could see
Like
me.
eating people?
Yeah. So there was like, and I tell them everything. You know, like the 20 guards, and like some were just staring at a wall and they were reading instructions, but I don't think they got it. And then like I was on a garden and it was on the roof of a building and there was a big black box. The important part, like she stops, the important part. There was a big black box and it said armed and it said 60 minutes. How long has it been since I've been here? Not that they would know, but
Dante just turns to Paul. Man, it must be hard to read instructions when your eyes are all black.
I'd imagine.
Okay, so did Tenty talk to you? Did you hear anything from Tenty? Because, you know, she don't like to talk to me, but did she tell you anything, you know, useful?
The angel?
Yeah, we're starting to call her Tenty.
Tenty?
Because she's the non-tentacle angel monster.
That makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping it was Camilla. It's fine. Anyway. Oh shit. No, what did she say? I think something about we need to basically hurry the fuck up. I don't know what that means, but yep, that's what I got. It hurt a lot, actually.
Tenty. Wow, amazing, Tenty. Great instructions. Okay.
Look, this all makes sense to me. In the case of a fire, the first 48 hours are very important in terms of putting it out. Or maybe that's kidnapping. In any case, time is ticking.
Where are we? Because I think she's kind of like, you know, like that holding on to people when she's losing ground.
Yeah, Martin, which way do we go?
Yeah, Martin has no idea who Beth is, so he is just on the outside looking in on this craziness, and he's just like, holy shit, it sounds like you were on a vision quest.
I think she will very slowly walk up to you because she's never seen you before. And will just like very gently touch your shoulders and you get it. Who are you?
I'm what's damn, I can't remember the YouTube channel.
He doesn't remember his name.
Shadow Sage Conspiracy. Shadow Sage Conspiracy 36. That's me. I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, crap. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm the guy that knows what's going on, and what it sounds like you went through was some demonic trance. It sounds like you have all gone through some shit. I haven't gone through much. I got drugged earlier, I think, but that's the extent of my knowledge. I haven't witnessed all this, so I feel like I'm the most level-headed one at this point. Especially looking at you, you can't even stand right. You almost knocked over Dante, and Dante. I mean, if I would have knocked him over by now, I would have. But
you have numbers in your name. Pat.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, sorry, Martin. You call me Martin.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. Are they on your like? No, it's not important. Anyway, you know where we're going?
I have an educated knowledge of where we're going. Yes, in a way.
Well, when you saw this device, this thing with the countdown and the clock, like a clock going backwards, did you see anything else? Any structural things that we can like look for on a map?
That's a good question. Did I see anything?
Paul, while they're talking, just give me an intellect roll real quick.
Oh, shit.
What was your question? Did you see any?
They were hoping if I
look.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, basically just saying, did you see anything that we can clue in on, like the garden or anything like that?
You would. Who would know this? Dante, you would probably, you know what, NIE's probably, you two would both probably know this, that there is a very oddly close to where you guys were supposed to go. Remember that skyscraper you were supposed to reach? There is a giant skyscraper in the middle of the city that has a rooftop garden. Like, you might have been there once for like a, like a fireman party, and at least you might be there for a corporate event. There's a building, and at the top you're like, oh, fuck. That might be, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they do the annual bribe ball. They bring up the fire chief. He gets his bribe so that he doesn't, annoy the one world government. Standard stuff.
I'm not. And like looks at. He's like, I really thought he said Brad for a second, and I was about to get in this rage.
You're like,
all right,
don't worry, no one's gonna marry. It's okay. No one's marrying him right now. But yeah, we have our holiday parties up there too. That's that stupid ass skyscraper.
I meant more that they were like having brides up there.
No.
I meant more like
Fire chief doesn't need to pay for any bride. That dude is he's pulling it in after he saves people from a fire. They are grateful.
Paul, while everybody is talking, you're listening to this. It's like, you ever had that moment where you feel like your eyes are playing tricks on you? And you see shit out of the corner of your eye, like a shadow is moved, and then you look and there ain't shit there. That's been happening to you for like the last minute. But anyway, keep talking.
Well, all right.
Mary Dante, come on, that's not very nice.
Oh, I mean, everyone has someone, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean,
but,
Beth, I'd want to buy you dinner first, but I mean, let's not take everything off the table here.
Are you
all right,
so Dante? Ew, girl. Oh, God. She came back dumb. Lord, Tenty, please.
All right. Well, Beth, you've been through walls before. We're here. We're in the Bastardine building. I forgot what the angel told us to get here.
Oh.
Are we getting a weapon? Because we still got to get to the tower, stop the bomb.
But
we're here in the Mastodon building.
Is it a bomb? Okay.
I thought the soul bomb. That's ringing a bell.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Weren't we getting not supplies, but we were getting something for it?
Why don't you just ask Tenty? She usually talks to you more than I mean, I could ask her, but girl does not
Angel!
like me, so.
Well, also, we're in the middle of a kind of warehousey looking place. Maybe we should go somewhere less out in the open.
I'm gonna look back and see Paul just looking around and be like, hello, you've been real quiet. Hello.
Yeah. I was looking for a point to announce, but I wasn't finding it. So, and Paul he's gonna slowly start pulling the sword out of the leather bag, and he said, I'm seeing stuff that I don't like out of the corner of my eye, and it's moving, but when I look, it's not there. And given everything else that we have seen today, I think we either need to move or get ready to fight.
Beth, can I have a speed roll, please?
Absolutely. She's still armed with her crutch, for the record.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's going to go great. You said speed. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no. My lowest score, it just might be. Okay. I'm assuming base difficulty is
1.
None here. 1. Okay.
Yep.
1. Speed. You know what? I'm not gonna add anything. We'll just
let it roll.
It went really shitty. That's a.
It was on a 21st.
I know. I saw it. I was like, oh. Okay.
That seemed too cruel.
Right as Paul finishes saying that, Beth, you feel something grab your leg, and you all watch as Beth is fucking yanked across the floor. And we'll go on break. We'll be right back.
Oh my God. You can't do it.
Nothing bad will happen. A croissant was thrown at her. Clearly, it's
No,
okay.
it was crumbled and
That's-
dripped
Yeah, I
over
was gonna
her.
say
Okay?
probably why she was
First it
speaking.
was
She said
lobbied.
croissant crumbled
Yeah.
on her.
It was lobbied over and then salt baked. I know we're back.
Very, very important. Let me fix my screens. Okay, there we go. All better. All right. Let's do this. Paul has
Totally fine.
didn't find a good break in the conversation, dropped a warning, and as he drops this warning, poor Beth just got on her feet, is now like on her stomach, horror movie, and grabbing at the floor as she is dragged off into the darkness. Group, what do you do?
I think Dante would lunge towards the direction that Beth was dragged in.
Like just lunges, or like tries to grab her, or,
If-
or
I-
I have to ask because it's
tried
Dante.
to grab her. Yeah, so she starts going like this and gets dragged off, he's gonna try and grab her hand to stop the movement. to,
I
like,
will
catch
let
her.
you roll. I'm gonna need a speed check for that one. Let's start with that.
All right.
Mhm.
And I didn't have time to give anybody advice on this, so we're gonna see what happens.
Dante's
literally
like,
just
oh, I
yelling,
didn't
"Oh,
buff."
it's a vision quest.
I know. If somebody gave the group a motivational speech, it should have been you, Dante. Not that yours was great, Martin. Okay, I think it was
Yeah.
really solid.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Martin's speech was just guys were fucked. So
Oh, now we're
Hey,
talking.
there you
go.
There you go.
That
Dante,
might live.
it's that hat, man. That hat is dead captain's hat. Got brain
Oh.
goo dripping down his face, but it's fine. They're never gonna play with me again. So yeah, Beth's getting dragged. Dante, you're like in it, dude. You jump, you grab her arm, and you manage to stop Beth from being, dragged to wherever the fuck. And as you do, you kind of look over Beth and you see a pair of eyes standing back at you, but they would Dante know this?
I mean, you know what the answer generally is.
To anybody else, these eyes would look robotic. Dante, I don't know what they're going to look like to you.
Hey, no, this one's ours. And he's like getting his hands underneath Beth's arm so that he's not just grabbing her by the wrist, but like got a better grip. And he's glaring at these eyes in the darkness. I don't think he even knows if he should be scared of what's about to happen. Just trying to out alpha it.
Oh, great.
What's everybody else doing while Dante grabs Beth from being pulled away into the darkness?
Paul just fully pulls out the sword and says, "Somebody get some light over there." And he starts to move toward them, but he's not going in blindly.
Sure.
Martin, who's always quick to have his phone on him, he turns on the phone flashlight and shines it in their direction.
Nice. And Ais, you eating dry croissants? What you doing?
Now that she can see what it is, she still has the axe that she picked up from the table, didn't leave it behind. So she's definitely going to try and swing on this thing, because at this point, there's no more option. We're just going to swing at everything at this point.
Oh, you're just gonna swing at this thing. You're just like, I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. We're just, you know
The
what?
axe that-
You like it. I love it. Let me get a might roll for this.
Do I have a minor effect for my sweet grab?
Yeah, you saw what it was.
Oh, okay. Nice. Good job, Dante. That is certainly a minor effect.
I mean, Dante doesn't know what it is, so me.
Yeah. Like, did a commercial for it ever come on while he was watching his Saturday morning cartoons?
Not for this, no.
Mm.
Not this
Well,
one.
then, yeah, he doesn't know. Don't know what it is.
It's freaking great.
So I'm assuming I have to roll from my might pool.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Anais is mighty
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Am I?
in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah,
Pizza 4?
yeah. NIEs, you don't like. You're just like whatever. Like I see some robot eye. Like the something's grabbing Beth. Martin. Once you shine the light, it's not good deal. You see for just a couple of seconds. You all see what Dante had seen. The first thing you see through the darkness is like this pair of robotic eyes. And Martin, as you shine the flashlight, it looks like this robot is kind of like phasing in and out in the way that if something had like an invisibility cloak that was breaking, it would phase in and out. That's kind of what this looks like, right? So, Paul, that would kind of explain the flash of shadows that you had been seeing. It also appears to be injured. You can see like as it's phasing in and out, it looks like it's only got one leg. And it is like, Dante's got this hold of Beth, and this thing is like with its robot arms, it's crawling up Beth's back. And Anais, you take a swing at this thing, but it's pretty fast. And it reaches up and it just like grabs the axe handle and it just stares at y'all, blinking. And it keeps one hand on Beth and it's staring at you and it's blinking. And you hear in like this broken robotic voice, it says, "Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there." And it just keeps saying this over and over and over again in this creepy kind of broken robotic voice.
Oh, whoa! I think we've I think I misunderstood what was going on. Now the robot is talking. Everyone be cool. Everyone, just cool. Mr. Robot, be cool. You're missing a leg. Does that hurt? I'm pretty handy mechanically. I might be able to make it not hurt if you let go of my friend and my other friend, and we all just sit down for a moment. Yes?
Paul, give me an intellect roll.
Paul says you have one leg. That's like, you can't have a good leg. Paul's in the other one.
This is fine. We're doing great.
I'm gonna spend one luck on that.
Yeah, you want to use the XP? Do it.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
I also play Cyberpunk.
It's the same shit in all the systems.
Yeah.
That's different names. It's fine. I mean, having an XP is pretty lucky. Oh, that's great. I love that.
Wow.
Can I spend another XP?
You can spend XP until you ain't got no more, son. It's the casino up in here.
All right.
Double or nothing.
I should have spent one when I first rolled. I figured this was funnier.
This is way better.
All right. I'm going to roll. You ready for this shit?
Let's go.
Are you about to give the activation code to this thing?
Oh my God. Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
So, just a quick non sequitur. I have a homebrew in my D&D game called From the Jaws of Defeat, where if you're rolling like at advantage and you get a nat 1 and a nat 20, that it adds something flavorful.
Oh, fancy. You see how Adam's trying to advocate for you all? I love this. I'm very subtly, right? That right? All right. So, yeah, Paul, you're trying to get through this, and now this robot does a little, robot head tilt, and it looks at you, and its eyes blink, 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 blink several times, and it stopped repeating that creepy line. And now it's crawling over Beth, over Dante, across the floor, and it kind of Paul, if you'll allow it, it kind of grabs, onto your pants to kind of lift itself up. And so it can just be on eye level with you, and it cants its head, and it looks at you. And then it raises its hand and holds out a finger. And let me know if you move, Paul. It comes forward with its finger around your head, and it's going to stick its finger in your ear. Do you allow this?
We need enthusiastic consent.
Is that what it says? Like enthusiastic consent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have things get weird. All right.
So, Paul, you let this thing stick its finger in your ear, and it tickles a little bit, and you definitely feel like some weird shit has just been injected into your brain. It does. It almost like, you know, this world has a lot of cyber tech, cyberpunk kind of stuff. So it's not uncommon to see people kind of walking around looking like they could plug a USB into their arm or whatever. So this literally feels like it just deposited something into your head. Okay, you can almost feel it like crawling over your brain, and then it seems to like settle so your head isn't itchy anymore. And once it does, when you guys look at Paul, you see that his eyes kind of have this kind of weird robotic glow for a second, and then his eyes go normal again. Paul, you get like a fast forward of information, and you see flashes. You see like an alarm goes off. You see a whole bunch of scientists who were working on something. You see an explosion and bodies go flying. Then you see, you hear somebody screaming, "It broke containment, call for help." And then you see security guards going into that room that Anais would recognize if she remembered the tentacle lady showed her, where all the weapons and things are, and the guards are trying to get something out. And then you see this weird, like, guys, you're probably so over tentacly things, but it looks like this weird fucking tentacly arm like grabs the security guard before he can get in his room and just yeets him right the fuck out of there. But hey, the door's open, and there's like, you know, just pools of blood, and you see that there's all these AI robots, and they're trying to help people get out and get to safety because of this bomb going off. But then you see like some of the people that the robots are trying to help, their bodies like twitch, and then their eyes go black, and then they start screaming about their souls, and they start attacking the robots, and there was fucking chaos. And then all those memories stop.
I feel like that's appropriate.
Paul, are you with us, Paul? Paul, are you
I'm
okay?
trying to take him over. I think.
Yo, I just got Johnny Mnemonic. That was fucking wild.
And the robot.
That
pulls his
classic movie
finger
from like a
out
millennia ago?
and kind of just.
I'm an oldies guy. What can I say? But yeah. In its own way, this robot just told me what happened here. So Martin's right. The scientists were working on something here, and it went bad, and it broke containment, and I saw guards running to the weapons room that we're supposed to be heading to, and then stop me if you've heard this one before. A tentacle came and grabbed the dude and yanked him away. And the robots, like this robot, they were all trying to help people. And then some of those people started turning into the weird demon people. Quick refresher. What was at the end?
Yeah. That was pretty much it. And then, you know, everything just, it's fucked.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me that there's some scientists that did some science bad, something broke containment, and that's what's caused. I mean, that sounds kind of like science fiction, is all I'm saying. Scientists know what's what. Like they developed creatine, and that's basically a godsend.
As Dante's saying this, I'm literally just helping the robot off Paul and just like, darling, you can't wet willy people like that. But you know, I'm glad you tried to save people. I'm trying.
Yeah, so Paul hears Dante say science fiction, and he says, well, "Hang on a minute," and he takes his backpack and he goes into it, and he gets a pencil and a piece of paper, and he gets on the floor and he scribbles for a moment, and then he holds it up, and it's an image of Anunnaki and aliens, and angels attacking the city while there are demon people. And in the middle, there's a little circled group called us. And he's like,
Yeah, it's just normal real world stuff.
yeah,
I saved an alien from a fire like 2 days ago.
And I used to taking the axe back, like, sorry, robot, for trying to
how
kill
is
you.
this different? My dude.
I mean, all right, if that's the way you want to play this, but all right, well, not trust the science. Sure. Next, you're gonna tell me that Rojogan is like taking money from the supplement industry.
I mean, hey, Mr. Robot, can you stick your finger in his ear? Whoa! Oh wait, yeah, I was gonna fix you. Give me a thumbs up if that's if like that's good or you don't need it. I mean, I got some tools on me.
So as Beth kind of gently takes the robot away from Paul, it's just like sitting on the ground now, looking up at you, rapid blinking, like it's processing you. And at one point you see like this scanner come out of its eyes, and it scans all of you like it's looking for like information or like clearance or something, like you don't know. And it scans Martin, who still has that key card. And it kind of cants his head after it scans, and then it brings up the profile of the guy who that key card belongs to. And it kind of jerks his head and looks at Martin again. And then, like lightning, this thing is it's coming towards you, Martin.
Of course.
Yeah.
Martin does have a hacking skill. Is there any way he could like shut down this robot or calm it before he gets wet willied by it or something worse?
Right. So you know what? Well, you know what? Martin, it reaches you, and it kind of just crawls up you like it does to the others. And it's got that where it looks down at the key card, and then it looks at you and it blinks its eyes, and that's clearly a question.
I'm borrowing this. Mr. Robot, or Mrs., we don't know. But and as he's doing this, he's really interested in this robot. And so he's never seen anything like this before. And if the stories he's hearing are true about this containment breach, then all his life's coming together right now. So Martin is trying to basically keep this robot occupied with the blinking and the looking, as he's kind of like feeling his way around it to try and maybe find a loose wire or something to poke or prod to get something happening here.
Yeah. So these robots are really well made. Like normally, like, you can't even tell that they're walking around, but in this lab, it's not like Detroit Become Human. They didn't want them to have like human skin. They wanted you to know that these are kind of robots. So there's not a whole lot to poke and prod, but I will say that maybe your hacker ability and your research into Mastodon, like, that there is, that prime directive. So, if this thing is questioning you, it's just concerned that maybe you have harmed another human. So it's possible that you could have a dialogue with it, or you could, go NIS if you wanted. Like, it's up to you.
That's a term now.
Oh man,
he's been through a lot. Come on.
That's true.
Could he just ask Prime Directive some command that maybe the robot would respond to?
Is that what you say, Prime Directive?
Yeah, Prime Directive.
Yeah, you say Prime Directive, and it blinks and it says, protect the safety of Mastodon employees. You are not a Mastodon employee.
I am Mastodon employee. I have the key card.
Yeah,
That
what are
does
you, HR?
You are not a Mastodon employee. I have no record of you. You have been scanned.
Oh,
Why
no.
are
Can
you
I
here?
grab-
You must not go in there.
I think
I'm
at this
new.
point,
The system probably hasn't updated yet.
Anais is going to be like, just shut the hell up. It's going to be, look, Mr. Mrs. Robot, whatever. Employee gave us this key card. We're helping to protect him, but we need to go in there. He wants us to go in there. That's why we have the key card. Clearly.
So it's still like hanging on to Martin, but it's kind of creepy. It like 360s his head to look at NIE's.
I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, like weird. Look at
that.
Yeah, look at
I was
NIE's.
gonna sneak up on it. I can't. All right.
Why? You must not go in there. Many have died. Prime directive must
And that's-
protect Mastodon employees and humans. Your eyes are not black. You are human. Why?
Stop other humans from having their eyes turn black.
Well,
Really?
and we have people with the black eyes chasing us too. I was just chased by 20 of them. So we're trying to protect ourselves.
Yeah, we got to save the world. And if we do that, we're saving Mastodon employees.
And other humans.
Look, Robot, the
like-
angel sent us here. Let us in.
Yeah, we're
Let
on
us
we're on the
in.
same page here, buddy.
It looks back at NIE's when NIE said angel, and it lets go of Martin, and now it comes zooming across the floor over to NIE's. And it crawls up NIE's, and it holds out its finger,
Oh, no.
and it just blinks its eyes at you like it's asking for consent.
And I used the whole time was like, Tenty set me here to be set up. She knew I would hate this shit. Oh, God. The whole time she's just going to be like, Tenty, this is the last time. Go ahead. Go ahead, stupid ass robot. Oh, God.
So it sticks its finger in your ear, NIE's, and it says, show, angel. Oh.
This
Oh.
is a two-way street finger. That's weird.
I had a cousin in a punk band called Two Way Street Finger. For those of you playing at home, that's the T-shirt you should make.
Gamer tag. All right.
Anais is
That's the
definitely-
session. I can't. It's a two-way street finger. Okay, I'm back in the game. All right.
Anais is definitely already envisioning Tenty because she's low-key also trying to be like paging Tenty. How dare you, girl? How dare you? So she's already envisioning Tenty. So she's just kind of looking at the robot like, okay. I guess.
Crystal's still on two-way street finger.
No, that's not that. I am. I'm going to be there the rest of my life, really.
Well, because angels are a real thing, and Tenty is not. This is obviously
This is why this is
angels
great.
are a real construct in this world. Oh God! Anyway, I'm done.
We're aggressively paging Tenty.
I love it. So you're thinking of that lady that you saw when he says when the barber. Yeah. So you think of Tenty. Oh, this is phenomenal. And the robot jerks its finger out of the ear, pulls back, and looks at you and cants its head. And a holographic image appears from the robot. And you see it is a profile of someone. And you see a picture of who you all are calling Tenty Lady. And you see that it says her name is Aria. And she appears to be from a different dimension. and she was brought to this world as a level 10, and that is the highest level security prisoner. And
She was evil.
and it is listing that it's a long list of crimes that is showing up, and it shows that she was in containment at SVT Dimensional Control, which is the organization that goes through the dimensions and makes friends, kind of like Stargate. She was in containment there. She was transferred to the security force of the One World government. And that's all it says after that she used to be in SVT DC lockup, and from there she was transferred to the One World government lockup, and the kind of report ends there. But she's kind of OP with all the list of shit that she can do, and there's a warning that she's very dangerous. If you see her, do not try to talk to her, do not communicate, call 911 immediately. It's like one of those. So he shows that, and then he looks at you and he goes, "Not Angel."
Like, oh, wrong one. Oh, wrong. I meant Lilith. Oh, shit. I knew she was evil. Oh, I knew that girl was. I told y'all she was bad news. She's still like, ooh, Tenty girl. Ooh, look at you. Set up.
And then he hears
She's definitely. He's like, oh, sorry, robot. Sorry, robot. My bad.
The robot hears you say Angel, and then it looks over at Paul and looks at Paul's sword. And then looks at Paul and looks back at you and says, "Lilith, sword." And it kind of looks at the profile it just pulled up, and now its eyes have gone red.
Okay,
no,
I'm so sorry. I would like to use my quick hands ability and knock out its other leg with the crutch I'm holding. I've been waiting to do this. I thought we could talk our way out of it. And I don't think so. Beth is also saying that out loud.
I love you. Y'all saw a damn entourage of angels, and he said show angel, and then now you said techie lady, bitch. That's so great. I love everything about this.
Wait. I think
So sorry.
Dante's like, look, this is just like anytime the captain ever asked me, like, what were you doing with gasoline during the fire? And I'm like, it insists you're supposed to fight fire with fire. That's the whole thing. And apparently he wanted a different explanation because she got real mad. And hopefully you got an asset for whatever horrible thing's coming our way.
Yeah, Beth, you want to use your quick
Robot.
I'm gonna let Beth do what she's gonna do, and then we're gonna come to you, Paul. Beth, you want to knock a leg out, or you want to let Paul go? Up to you. What do you want to do? You feeling spicy?
Let me say this and we'll figure it out. Literally, Beth, this whole time, the moment it starts doing that fast crawling shit, she's like, oh, hell no. And like, because like, there's mice and shit in a bakery, so usually she's like, whack. So this whole time, every time she's crawled on it's crawled on someone, she's had that crutch like
right, like whack
and
a
only
ready.
stopped before because that thing did an owl shit and turned its whole head. So she's been looking at that one leg it's standing on, like. Oh.
Yeah. So, would you like to use your quick hands ability, Beth?
Oh gosh. She's gonna try to trust Paul, and you just see her. The hands are up. She hasn't swung yet, but she's trying to trust. She's been trying to trust this whole time. She's just kind of like, and then you see her swing. Like she's the arm is up. You can see her eyes aiming for that leg, but she has not swung.
Okay, she's getting ready to. All right,
Yeah.
Paul, what you got?
Mr. Robot, you look really pissed. Clearly, there's been some duping on our part, and that lady wasn't nice. But it seems like we can show you things like you can show us things. So come back to me. Trust me. Let me show you how we got this sword, how we met Lilith, how we took out an Anunnaki. That is why we have this sword. We are here because Lilith supports us. We didn't know that Tenty was like an evil interdimensional monster lady.
I knew she was evil. Speak for yourself.
Love y'all so much. So the robot crawls back down and it zooms over to Paul, and it's like you can just like tell it's processing a lot of different things all at once, right? It keeps looking over at Martin, real sus, right? Red eyes on Martin and that key card, right? It sees Beth has got her ready to like hit it, so it's not comfortable. But Paul, you did roll that nat 20, so it comes back over to Paul, and it climbs up Paul, and it doesn't even need to put a finger in your ear anymore, Paul, because you guys are connected, and it just kind of show me.
All right. I show it my memory of us being chased and going down the alley to get away from all the demon people, and then finding the angel and the Anunnaki fighting, and the Anunnaki killing the angel, and all of us taking on this Anunnaki, and then Beth and Anais taking up the sword and running the thing through. And then Beth disappeared, so I kind of picked up the sword and was carrying it. And then we went into the market, and I got the bag, and then I show the robot us trying to get the key card. We think we're doing it right, and showing him that we didn't hurt the guard. You know, we got some noodles on him. We broke his bowl, but the cops let him away. He's safe. And now we're here.
What is your prime objective? It asks as its eyes turn from red to blue again.
Our prime directive, I'm gonna think it as I talk, is there what was the building?
Just the skyscraper. You just call it a skyscraper.
Yes,
yeah.
the skyscraper. We're on our way to a skyscraper. On top of it is a soul bomb. If it goes off, it is gonna suck the souls out of people all over the city. Those souls are gonna go and feed this eldritch abomination, and I'm gonna think it at it and say, and then we're all doomed.
So the robot looks at all of you again, and it scans you all again. And it crawls down from Paul, and it sits on the floor, and it looks at you all, and it says, the odds that you will accomplish your mission are 0.75%.
Oh, that
You
good?
know? I've been saying we're gonna die. Thanks for nothing. Okay.
I mean, you want to come with? Could be 0.76.
And it just turns, and it crawls across the floor to this warehouse. And you see that it's shining a light behind it now, so you can follow it. And it's crawling across the floor towards these doors at the other end that are red. They're closed with a little red dot above them. And a little red, and it puts its hand up, and it touches the door, and the door's open. And it looks back at you, and it says, you must be quiet. Good luck. And it sits down.
Oh. She just slowly lowers the crutch down. Like, I was going to ask if we should, like, get it a dolly or, like, strap it to something with wheels.
You think that it was
Yeah,
lonely, that it
you wanna
needed like a
come
little
with
bunny
us?
to carry around?
I mean, no, not like that dolly. Like, you put it on one wheels and you cart it around like heavy boxes dolly. Is that a colloquial me thing? And she, like, motions, like, with what you would do, like, kick it with your foot and everything. Like, well, I mean, it's crawling. Obviously, it's very fast crawling, but I do, well, now, feel a bit for it. I immediately was going to knock out its own leg. Anyway, it's not important.
I mean, look, who amongst us hasn't gotten into some sort of fight with a robot in their lifetime? I mean, me, but
I have so many
Check
questions.
that off the list now.
But that
I have fought a few birds in my day, and about 200,000 birds in this country are robots. So yes, I have 5 robots I've fought.
So I mean, it sounds like we got like a 3/4 chance of pulling this thing off. Robot, you're hyping us up.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure it didn't. I'm pretty sure it didn't.
0.75?
Yeah, 0.75. That's 75%. It's 3/4. I remember math.
Definitely gonna be, robot, please come with us. Please come with us, robot. Please come with us.
You like
Oh
a wheelchair? Maybe they're floating carts.
I cannot. It knows my sensors. It will detect me. It doesn't know you. Maybe a 0.76. Then it scans Dante again. No, 0.75.
Oh God.
All right.
Hey, you know what? You're keeping us humble.
What the robot said was we need to be quiet.
We're really good at that.
Which is Beth, I know that from one person who was new around here to someone who is new to was not new anymore. These people are not quiet. I've been shot through the shoulder due to these people not being
her pant leg and shows you there's just a bullet hole. Unfortunately, I think there's a tampon in it. I don't quite remember the details. Yeah, that happens. That's fine. We're walking.
Martin just nods and he immediately understands. It's like, okay. Yep. It's not just me.
We got this. It's all right. See, we got this. Like, kind of hits the other side. How we can stealth. And I think when she walks, because she has a bunch of just like an apron and a bunch of baggy clothes, but like a bunch of also bits and bobs and like bracelets hanging off her. Ching ching.
All right. So to recap, we got a soul bomb in the tower that way. Tenty, who sometimes likes to talk to Beth and give her advice, is a level 10 prisoner who broke containment. I mean, it kind of seems like we're still heading in the same direction. And, I mean, we're already here. Let's see if they got, like, I don't know, a thermos of coffee or a laser gun. I don't know, something that we can carry with us. One of those got to be useful.
Yeah.
The security room is open. You must be quiet.
All right, so everyone just keep it down, and we'll go to the security room, and we'll get decked the fuck out.
That is such a good idea. She'll take off a couple of the clingy clackies and like put on the robot and just like, thank you, darling. And just not so subtly. Just bang, bang, bang.
Paul, you will notice that your side injuries are healing. So please restore those points back to your might pool. Now that this robot is decked out, when it goes zooming across the floor towards Martin, you hear the jing-a-jing-a-jing as it does it. And Martin, it crawls up you again, and without your consent, it kind of pulls your shirt down, and it shoves its finger in that bullet hole that you have.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Dante is just like elbowing Beth, like, it's a method.
But after that excruciating moment of pain, it feels so much better. And you too get all the points back to your might pool.
Hey, we like that. But I did not like it. Yeah, no, Martin, yeah, he's not feeling great, but he is. He is.
And then it just kind of crawls back down and sits back down on the floor and then just looks at you all.
Well, thanks for that.
Well, welcome to the club, Martin, after you. He's thrilled that he had to get a finger shoved in him, too.
I have so many questions about that finger. Later.
Yeah, does it get cleaned in between fingerings?
I hope so. That seems like a health and safety policy. So many things.
We're gonna get demonetized for this one.
Yeah, that one felt like you thought about it for months. And oh yeah, they're gonna love this.
Like, who would design a robot that this is their method? Like, that says more about the designer of the robot than the robot itself.
Mastodon.
It is
I'm
Mastodon.
telling you.
Let's be real. Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm
Weird
starting to
shit.
understand why you don't trust Mastodon. They stick their fingers in everything.
Yeah.
The ad for the AI robot is all you need at your fingertips.
I was gonna say
All
don't
you need
worry
at
about the
our
alien
fingertips.
probes.
Yeah, at our fingertips.
All right, so the armory's that way. So let's just everybody be nice and quiet.
Oh, that's
And,
a good question. We know where we're going, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I
do. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Martin does.
So let's settle right now which one of us is the took, so that we know who we need to carry. Who's the noisiest? That went over.
Is that a question of who's the noisiest?
Looks around at all of you.
That was a Lord of the Rings joke that dropped.
Oh, I got that. I got that full of the joke.
Okay.
Don't you worry, it's in here.
Oh my god. Oh.
Can't slip a little Tolkien past me. Well, I think Beth put all of her jingle jangle bits on the robot, so now the
Most of
robot's
it.
the took.
Okay. Unfortunately, Beth is probably going first. If we know where we're going. 'Cause she is emboldened in stupidity.
Told you she came back stupid. Martin, please.
Who's the first one through this door?
Martin is not volunteering. Martin is not volunteering.
As the only one who didn't get fingered by a robot, I think Dante will take this one.
Beth did not either.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, Beth
She
got
was
thrown
like
through
that.
walls. Beth has had her
Beth
own
said
trauma.
she's leading.
Oh,
Came back
Oh,
stupid.
so I have this amazing mental image of Dante and Beth going to walk into the door at the same time, which is
Oh, yeah, 100%.
yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
after you. Gotta be
No,
chivalrous.
no,
if
you-
I'm gonna
if you
take you on
wanna
a
go-
date later.
Oh, God.
I mean, you
Was that
know,
what was happening? Like, I'm into it if you are, but if not, it's okay. No, why? No harm, no foul. If adrenaline's going on, and sometimes you think you have a connection with somebody, but you really, it's just like we're up alive, and I get that.
Should be
No,
embarrassed,
no.
Beth. Beth, you should be embarrassed.
Look,
Guys,
it's not what I meant.
guys.
Okay.
That's not what I meant. We can talk about it later. But I was just saying, I thought it was rude, and like I think we're both like fighting to get through the door at the same
Martin
time.
and shrugs. Like,
I think, Dante will take the slide back and just dim me.
All right,
It's not the first time he's tried to go through a door and bumped into somebody and had this whole thing happen.
Save for Beth. Absolutely. No, I'm so sorry. And Beth will just like. I would like to say she would like turn and waddle through, but honestly, it's probably the same width no matter which way. So she does
It's a pretty big door. It's fine.
and just will start attempting to sneak through because she's so quiet.
What kind of shoes is Beth wearing?
Okay, so she works in a bakery.
Mhm.
Big girl, she's definitely got flats on.
Okay.
They are comfy flats.
Yeah.
Like they don't have that hard click sound because I stay on my feet 14 hours a day. I'm not doing that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Beth, you're the first one in, and this room is a little bit better lit, but it's still kind of got that creepy factor because lights are like flickering, so you can see, but it's not great. Map is beautiful. Map is accurate. You can tell that you're kind of in this, very fancy, cryo lab. But the problem is that it's a mess. There's just shit everywhere, debris. There's blood on the floor. The units in the center of the room, they're all open. You have no idea what maybe was in them. So there's not a whole indication of what was going on in this room. So I will draw everyone's attention to this map because I am going to ping, and next session we'll use tokens, and it'll just be more fun and scary. You do hear a
no.
sound here. Do you see my little yellow ping?
I see
Like
game
the north
pause.
side.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
I will do
Yeah.
it again,
Let's
and
see.
ping. Let me ping, damn it. There we go.
Oh, I
Estes,
see it.
Estes.
I see.
Am I not seeing him? Do I need to reload it?
I see
It's a
game
it's a
pause.
tiny little yellow
12
cross
o'clock
that's
on the
rotating.
circle on top.
Yeah.
Here,
Or
I'll
in
try
the
to
middle.
Okay.
center that. There you go.
You know those 6 ominous pods that are there? They're
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
Yes.
One more
definitely not full of anything
ping.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So kind of,
I'm
it's
not gonna
pretty.
lie.
So Beth, it would be like directly across from the doorway on the other
Mhm.
side of this circle. So this is kind of like, so that red line indicates that there's like this, it's kind of like a raised ledge, and like in the center with these pods, and you can see that the lids are open. And on the other side of that ledge, like literally directly across from you, you hear something moving. You can't see it, but you hear it. And it sounds kind of slimy. It sounds like it's moving slowly. And it's one of those situations as well where now you are aware of just how loud breath is. Like you are just acutely aware of just how loud fucking everything is. Like your heart, your breathing, everything.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wasn't just panicking less than an hour ago.
Yeah, no,
Sure.
fine. And you also would be able to see that, kind of through the flickering of lights, because this isn't really obstructing your view. If you look more to the right, there is another door. That's your way out.
So Beth is a baker. She has no normal ways of communicating that don't require being loud.
I'm so excited for you guys.
Like I think over her shoulder, because she watched a lot of TV. Let's be real. I think she tries to give like hand signals that attempt to communicate that there is something in here. So it's just like. If you want me to explain,
What,
in hers,
what does Dante think that is?
one squelch, 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 which is amazing. All right,
I think Dante is imagining one spider over there. Which it's still not bad.
Yeah.
It's giving him something. Yeah, I think Dante would be coming in behind Beth. And
oh, go ahead, sorry.
just kind of looking around. I mean, we've got these plants off to the side that I imagine Dante doesn't know what green things are. Most of his meals are shades of brown and red.
Yeah, Beth, when you first come into this room, do you move to the left or to the right?
Just to make double clear, we're starting from the bottom of this, correct?
Correct. You are. Yeah, you are
Okay.
at this bottom door. Correct.
Okay.
So I will give everybody another little.
Appreciate you. Excellent. Okay.
And those
Not
small
gonna-
tiles on the ground, are those to be assumed to be 5 feet, or do we know just how big this room is?
We're not going to worry about distance too much because it
Okay.
annoys me in
Okay.
in all systems.
Mm-mm,
good.
understood. Understood.
Not gonna lie, Beth is distracted by plants because she really likes plants. But she's just gonna be like, no, Beth, focus. And like, I think what she's going to do is, because that's where lights are. Oh, I don't think she's smart enough to avoid lights. I think she's going to like just slowly kind of tiptoe like to the plants a little bit and like put something between her and that noise. So go a little to, if she can, along the wall to the right. If not, go and like split that middle difference.
Fantastic. Okay, that's
Yep.
what Beth is doing. Dante, you're second through the door. What do you do?
I think Dante, seeing this super clear hand motion, knows, well, there's a spider over there. And Dante's he's not afraid of spiders. He's not afraid of spiders. So he's going to, avoid that too. So he'll just stick close to Beth. He sees there's green stuff and he knows somewhere in the back of his mind, his first grade teacher saying, plants make us breathe. So he's like, oh, then it's good to be over here near these. So he's going to just keep that and listening, looking, seeing if there's anything like a fire exit, anything that he would recognize that is familiar in this completely alien environment.
He's looking for a fire exit?
I think he's looking for anything that will give him a foundation of normalcy. So even if it's just a fire exit, that will make him feel calmer walking through this weird room of pods.
He will not find those things in this weird room of pods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just holding his axe close to him, feeling his captain's blood drip down his cheek. He's feeling a little nervous.
Yeah. Is he following Beth?
Following Beth.
Okay. Who's next to the door?
I think I was there cussing them out about how dumb Beth was, so I'm probably third through.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Anais?
And Anais roll from her perception to see if maybe he spots anything that might, hint at where would be better for her to go instead of following.
Sure. Yeah, give me a roll.
Roll.
You want to keep that? We're going to end soon. You want to keep that or you want to re-roll it?
You know what? Let me go ahead and try again.
You got some XP? Use them. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Roll.
Dice said what they said. Okay.
Tried.
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, here's the funny thing that happens. Anais, when you come into this room, now it's silent. So whatever had been moving is not moving. All
Never
you
good.
hear now is the sound of your breathing and the pounding of your hearts. Who is right behind? And I don't need to know if you're moving here yet. I just need to know who's behind Anais. Martin or Paul?
I am.
Martin.
Martin is.
Okay, and then so that Paul, you're last in line waiting.
Mhm.
Paul, the robot, is kind of watching y'all, and then its attention seems drawn somewhere else, and it says, "Oh no," and it goes, it just fucks off across the room, and Paul, you're not sure why, because you can't really see. And then it comes scurrying backwards. And for the first time, this robot looks panicked. And it says, go now. And it will push you forward.
Oh boy. Guys, we gotta go. The robot's freaking out. We gotta go. I don't know what's over there, but we need to move through this room. Now, go.
oh, Anais is never going to be by herself, so she's definitely going with the rest of them. Like, screw that.
I imagine we also hear ding, 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 ding.
So
Sorry.
it literally kind of like Martin and Paul, y'all kind of just get shoved through this doorway, and the door closes behind you. And if you two were to look up, you see there's a red light that's indicating it is locked. And on the other side of that door, you hear gunfire, and then screams, and some fighting going on. And it's not terribly loud, but it is enough that you all being like right on that wall, kind of huddled up in front of this door, can hear it. And as you are paying attention to that, you then hear a sound that sounds more than likely like a robot exploding.
R.I.P.
And it is that sound that is then followed by the sound of squelchy movement that is no longer slow, it is fast. And I am going to ping, it is right there. And we'll find the events of that next week. Hey!
Darn it. But we were being super sneaky up until Mr. Robot blew our cover.
The next week, the squelching comes around the corner. It's Squidward, and he points at Martin and says, "Where is your uniform?"
That's facts. That's facts. Hey, we'll start off next week with our next death roll. It's gonna be so fun! Yay!
Oh, yay! My favorite.
Yay! We haven't had one of those in so long. It's been like 3 sessions since we've had a death roll. Let's go!
I really thought I was gonna have one. Not gonna lie. I was like, I could roll an XP. Nah.
That was
Fine.
fantastic. I can't wait till y'all talk to Ari again, Tenty. I can't wait to that conversation. It's gonna be great.
Ooh, I'm aggressively cussing her out this whole time. I want you to know.
Amazing.
I love it so much. All right, everybody, y'all
Honey,
are
it just has a booklet of times I was right, and it's just hash marks.
literally, literally that, literally that, literally that.
The times that are no are like marked but erased.
It's like, oh, actually, turns out I was right.
I was right.
Circle X that one.
Martin can't help you. He's too busy filming for his YouTube videos right now. By the way,
Yes.
like he's not,
Yes.
he's not useful in this situation at all. He's
This
like,
is gonna
No one will
finally
give
give
him
me
a
a
weapon,
50
so you
subscribers.
might as well film.
right. All right, y'all. Please shout yourselves out. Let everybody know where they can find you. We're gonna try to play next week if our players are available. If not, it'll be the following week. We will figure that out. Follow us over in the Tales Discord. There's a link in our website. Best way to know when we're gonna be live next. And you can also check out our audio dramas. Please do that. Some of these amazing people are in our shows. We're gonna get torn in an audio drama soon. It's gonna be great.
Yes, please.
Gonna be great. Absolutely. Let's start off with you, Adam. You've got some things to promote. Let's go ahead and do that, and then pass off the
Hey.
baton.
Hey, everybody. I'm Adam Kornman, writer, director, voice actor, all the things. You can find me at Officer Mankorn, MANKORN, on all the socials. And if you are in Los Angeles or want to support all of us out here in Los Angeles after suffering through some pretty bad fires, there are a lot of organizations you can donate to. Make sure you are looking at all of them. California Fire Foundation, Canine Rescue Club, Set Active is really great, Direct Relief, Pasadena Humane, California Community Foundation. Please, if you're able to, if you can, if you're willing, donate to help people who have lost everything. Remember that like 0.00001% of Los Angeles is super rich actors, and the rest of us are just people trying to survive. So thank you so much for all the donations that have already come in, but please continue to support your neighbors. And I'm going to pass it off to Torin.
Hello, everyone. I am Torrin Talks Creativity. As far as things, all the things, we're all self-employed, so yes. Well, not all of it. I don't understand. Anyway, moving on. As far as where to find me, easiest place is on Twitch at Torrin Talks Creativity. I'm live every Wednesday and Sunday and currently being attacked by a cat. As far as things going on, playing this game, and then soon we'll be having other games, so keep it on socials. I will be present. And in fact, we're running a big Black History Month event at Girls Run Things Worlds in February. A lot of things, panels, and a lot of games are going on, so please come and hang out there as well if you want. I will be on council and running a lot of things behind the scenes, but we'll be posting a lot about that very soon. Thank you very much.
That's Girls Run
As
These
far-
Worlds. I love their website. It's very well done. So beautiful.
Don't marry me now. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, we're quick note, we're doing a rebrand. It is different, but there's a lot of really good stuff coming. So please keep us in your thoughts. We have a lot of work we're doing. Much appreciate it. And as far as passing baton, I will pass it off to Alex.
You can find me online at Weird Shit with Alex at wordpress.com. Of late, I haven't really done anything on there, but all the stuff I've been doing the past year, the creativity bug is bitten. So I'm drafting a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
In my free time, I've been running a D&D game for the past 2 years, which unfortunately is not recorded. I had multiple requests to do that. Maybe next time. But yeah, if you're ever on the Tales Discord, you can find me there as Synaptic Boomstick. I love talking, chatting with people, being a nerd. And yeah, I'm gonna wait. Pass it off. I got it right, Matt.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find me on all the socials. Matthew Dawson's usually you'll just find me. And Vine Mortalverse, we do DC audio dramas. Titans Rise Part 3 comes out Friday, so
Nice.
that's gonna be really fun. And what I really want to shout out here though is we're doing a charity event currently, Heroes for Hope. where we are partnering with Extra Life, and if you donate $5 or more, it'll not only support children's hospitals across the United States, it will also get you access to Unjustice, which is a improvised comedy extravaganza of the first Injustice game. Crystal, you were there. Would you say you would pay $5 to witness this?
1,000% pay $5 to witness a bunch of voice actors improvising over the dub of Injustice. It was chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
Yes. So, yes, if you want to support a great cause, we're going to be promoting that very heavily very soon. So just keep an eye on our socials. And I'm going to pass it off to Tiani.
Great. Hey there. You can find me at voicebytiani.com, and on my socials, usually it's at Tiani Ma. What do I have coming out? I have another audiobook coming soon. It'll be dropping in the next couple of weeks, Girl Under the Ice. And then for The Ebony Witch, there's another casting call that should be dropping next weekend for all of my voice actor peoples. Hey. And that's it.
Oh, I'm definitely running. I'm definitely auditioning for that. Can't wait. All right, y'all. We'll be back soon with The Last Stand, episode 5. We're going to see how the group does trying to get through this Mastodon lab. And then from there, they will be off to the skyscraper to stop the soul-eating bomb. So I imagine there's probably got 2 sessions left. We'll see how our group does handling their first death roll in a while. I've been rooting for them since day one. They've got abilities now. They're going to get their points back. They get 2 XP for this session. Will they make it? I don't know. Take bets. Let's just take bets. And whoever gets it right will give you a free membership to the Tales for a month. Okay? How about that?
Oh, damn.
Take bets.
Nice.
Take bets. Come on to our Discord. Take a bets. If you're right, we'll give you a free month of Tales membership. All right? We'll see y'all next time. Bye.